it's Autumn with the Furniture Flippers Guide. Today, we are going to be making over a previously stained furniture piece with gel stain. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait for y'all to join me. If you don't know, my name's Autumn Hessman, and I am the owner of a business called Prayed Over Pieces, and I have started a YouTube channel called the Furniture Flippers Guide, where I teach you step-by-step instructions that are simple, easy to follow, and they teach you how to do furniture makeovers. So be sure, check out all my videos, but let's get started. I'm so excited for y'all to see this dramatic makeover. All right, y'all, let's get started with this piece. As you know, we are going to be gel staining, but before we get started with any piece, we need to prep. So I am using the crud cutter today to get all of this dirt off. This piece is disgusting. Did you see that little piece there? It broke off during transportation. All right, I am using the crud cutter on all of the piece except the bottom because look at that. Ugh, I hate spiders. I hate spider eggs, but you know what? We're gonna get this cleaned up. Bye, spiders. Okay, I'm next giving the whole piece a good scuff sanding. So this will really help to make the stain stick. What's awesome and difficult about gel stain is that it sits on top of the wood and it doesn't soak in much. So what that means is I don't have to sand the existing finish all the way off, and that just saves me some time. And I'm using my amazing surf prep to get in these small areas and scuff sand. How awesome is that? Okay, do you remember when I said I hate spiders? Ugh! Die, spiders, die. My cat Kiki was super not impressed. All right, so I've got it all sanded down. I'm going to wipe it down, clean it up, and get started with the gel stain. Easy breezy, here we go. Okay, so I planned to get started staining, but forgot there was damage that I need to repair. I'll show ya. That's what that piece came from. So we're gonna use some Bondo to repair. It is amazing, but typically doesn't stain well. So that is another pro of using that gel stain versus regular stain, because the gel stain will actually cover the repair. All right, I'm gonna do my best to shape the Bondo to fit this piece, but just know, if you don't get a perfect shape, that's okay, because we can sand it later to make it fit and be perfectly smooth. Okay, now we get to start staining. Here's the gel stain that I used, and gloves are on. I hate gloves, but I use them. All right, so I first started this project with a round sponge, and I poured a little bit of the stain onto it and smoothed it over. I then got my small foam brush and used that to wipe on the edges and used the round foam to wipe it back. I will tell y'all that I got the round foam applicator at the dollar store in the auto section. So there were so many things that are great for painting in that section. So let's talk about tips for gel staining. It can be tricky. Make sure that a piece you're using is one that you want to be pretty dark. Also, make sure that you layer it and that you wipe it back. Don't overwork it. It's almost like oil painting. So put one layer on and put the next on later. Alright, so remember where I said we would smooth out the Bondo later? Here we are, using 180 grit followed by a 220, and it is beautifully smooth. I'm also using another sponge from the dollar store, and I love the texture that this one added. As I wiped the stain back, it just made a beautiful color, so check it out. Let's talk about if you mess up whenever you're gel staining. So it's easy to wipe down if it's still wet, but as it dries pretty quick, it gets tacky and you really don't want to mess with it much. If you do need to fix something, you can use mineral spirits to wipe it off, or you can wait till it's dry and then sand it and redo it. And know that gel stain is kind of like paint. The first coat is not always beautiful, but it will get there, I promise. Stick with me. Okay, let's cover the insides with the gel stain, but I definitely recommend, if you're a beginner, starting with a flat surface, maybe the top of a dresser or a table. That way you can really get the hang of it. As always, I love feedback, so feel free to comment and be sure to subscribe and check out all my other videos. Don't judge me here because I was running low on stain, so I didn't do the full bottom. I only covered the areas that will be seen. My husband, this drives him crazy. But here is our first coat. Now remember what I said about the first coat. Not too bad though. All right, I got a new can of stain. Make sure that you really stir it well. And then let's talk about this important tip. Oil stains can catch fire if they're not dried well, so make sure if you are using towels, always dry them before tossing in the trash. Have I told you I hate gloves? All right, so now I just added some extra stain here and there. So I wanted to increase the depth of the piece, make it look like a real wood look. So I just kind of found the areas that needed some more color and stain and decrease of the streakiness, and I fixed it and wiped it back with those tack cloths. Okay, the staining is complete. I love it. It's definitely a different look than a typical stain, but I think it is beautiful. What do y'all think? Be sure to go like and subscribe to my page, tap that bell to get reminders of when I have new videos, and check out all my weekly videos. As always, thank you for being here, and feel free to leave me any comments so I can answer any questions and so we can learn together. P.S. I'll be doing a video on how I sealed this piece, so be sure and check that out soon.